you are preparing for SSC, banking, or railway exams, and you feel that maths is difficult, especially percentage, then this video is for you. In the next few minutes, I will explain percentage from the very basics in simple English so that anyone can understand easily. Hello everyone, welcome to Srinivas Edu Point. My name is Srinivas, and in this channel, I will teach you maths for competitive exams like SSC, banking, and railways, focusing on clear concepts, easy methods, and exam-oriented questions. Let us start today with one of the most important topics in maths, that is percentage. Percentage is not only a standalone chapter, but it is very much important for the future upcoming all the arithmetic chapters as it forms the base. So let us try and understand what is percentage. So let me ask you a question before starting the video. What do you mean by the word percent? Please do let me know in the comment section. So percent is a word which can be divided into two parts, which is per and cent. Cent means 100. So the word percent means per 100. That means whenever we say a percentage, we are talking out of 100. For example, if I say 50%, and by the way, percent is denoted with the symbol this. This is how we denote percent symbol. So coming back to the topic, if I say 50%, I mean 50 out of 100. Let us take a real life example. Suppose in a school, if there are 100 students and out of which 40 students are boys and 60 students are girls. So I can say that 40 out of 100 students are boys, which is also equals to 40% of the students in the class are boys. So percentage helps us to compare whole with part. So let me give you a slight example. Consider a square. Actually, this might not look like a square, but assume it is a square. In this square, if I shade one part of all the four parts, what would we say? One out of four parts of the given square is shaded. So here 1 is part of the square and 4 is total number of parts. So percentage is nothing but part upon whole into 100. This is the basic formula of the percentage, and this is the foundation of the percentage chapter. Let us understand with a number. Suppose you scored 30 marks out of 50 in a test. So how can we represent your marks in percentage is, so 30 is the part that you have scored out of total 50 parts, and multiplying this fraction with 100 gives us the percentage of score that you have scored in that examination. 5 ones, 5 20s, that is 60%. So 30 marks out of 50 or 60% of the marks, both are same. So let us understand fraction to percentage. Suppose if you are given a fraction, as we have discussed earlier, fraction is nothing but part upon whole. This is a fraction. So in order to convert a fraction into percentage, we'll multiply the fraction with 100. So let us understand this with an example. So 1 by 2 is a fraction. To convert this 1 by 2 into percentage, what I'll do is multiply this fraction with 100, and this gives me the percentage value. That is 50%. 50 times it gets cancelled. Let us take another example, that is 3 by 4. Suppose 3 by 4 is a fraction, and in order to convert this fraction into percentage, I'll multiply this fraction with 100, and this gives me, after cancellations, 425, and this gives me 75%. So this is how we convert fraction into percentage. So as a simple and basic exercise, let us try and find all the percentage values of the fractions from 1 to 1 by 10. So let us start with 1 by 1 is a fraction, and to convert this into percentage, I'll multiply this with 100. This gives me 100%. Next is 1 by 2. 1 by 2 into 100 gives me 50%. 1 by 3 into 100 gives me 33 1 by 3%, which is also equals to 33.33%. Tell you how I got this percent. So 1 by 3 into 100 gives me 100 by 3. So by performing normal division on this fraction, that is 3 dividing 100, 3 3s are 9, I'll be left with 1, 0, and 3 3s are 9, and I'll be left with 1. So this is improper fraction, right? This improper fraction can be converted into mixed fraction. Look at this, how I'll convert this improper fraction, or how I'll write this improper fraction into mixed fraction is 100 by 3 is also equals to the quotient, which is the whole number, that is 33. I'll write it as a separate whole number, and I was left with 1 as remainder, and I'll take that 1 as numerator, and as I divided with 3, that will obviously be my denominator in the mixed fraction. So this is how I convert this improper fraction into mixed fraction. So 100 by 3 is nothing but 33 1 by 3. So this is how I got 33 1 by 3, and that is also equals to 33.33%. So 1 by 4 into 100 gives me 25%. And next 1 by 5 fractional value gives me 20%. So 1 by 5 and 20% both are same. Now let us convert 1 by 6 into percentage, that is 100 by 6, same as I have converted 1 by 3 into 33.1 by 3%. We will convert this 1 by 6 into equal percentage. So converting 1 by 6 into percentage, we'll divide 6 and 100. 6 on the 6. I'll be left with 4 and 0. 6 6 are 36, and I'll be left with 4 as remaining. So 100 by 6 can be written as 16 4 by 6%, which is also equal to, I can see here 2 into 2 times and 2 into 3 times. That is equals to 16 2 by 3. This is the simplest form. So 1 by 6 into 100 gives me 16 2 by 3%. And next we'll convert 1 by 7 fractional value into percentage. This gives me 14 2 by 7%. Let us see how. 7 is dividing 100. 7 ones are 7. I'll be left with 3 and I'll borrow that 0. 7 fours are 28. And I was left with 2 as remainder. So 100 by 7 being an improper fraction can be written as 14 2 by 7 as my mixed fraction. This is how I write. First I will be writing 14 and then next 2 and then my denominator 7. 14 2 by 7%. This is also equals to 14.28%. We'll convert 1 by 8 into percentage, that is 1 by 8 into 100 gives us 12 1 by 2%, which is also equals to 12.5%. I'll show you how I converted this. Dividing 8 with 100, 8 ones are 8, I was left with 2 and I was left 0, 8 twos are 16 and I was left with 4. This 100 by 8 improper fraction can be written as 12 4 by 8%. Here we have cancellations, 4 ones and 4 twos. So our simplest form of the mixed fraction will be 12 1 by 2%, which is also equals to 12.5%. 1 by 9 into 100 gives us 11 1 by 9%. I'll convert this also. 9 100, 9 ones are 9. I was left with 1 and was left 0. 9 ones are 9 and I was left with 1 as my remainder. So 100 by 9 improper fraction can be converted into 11 1 by 9 as mixed fraction. So 1 by 9 fractional value is equals to 11 1 by 9%, and 1 by 10 into 100 gives us 10%. So this is how we convert the fraction value into percentage. How we convert the fraction value into percentage is multiply the fraction with 100. Then we will be getting the equal percentage value of that fraction. So I would request all of you to calculate all the percentage values for all the fractions starting from 1 by 1 to 1 by 20. And I would request you to remember all those fractional values and their respective percentage value, as they will be very much useful in the upcoming classes, as well as they will be very much useful for faster calculations in your examination. So I have provided you this table. The fraction value of 1 by 1 is equal to 100%. The fraction value of 1 by 2 is equals to 50%. The fraction value of 1 by 3 is equals to 33 1 by 3%, which is also 33.33%. The fraction value of 1 by 4 is equals to 25%. The fraction value of 1 by 5 is 20%. The fraction value of 1 by 6 is 16 2 by 3%. The fraction value of 1 by 7 is 14 2 by 7%. The fraction value of 1 by 8 is 12 1 by 2%. The fraction value of 1 by 9 is 11 1 by 9%. And the fraction value of 1 by 10 is 10%. So in the same manner, I have provided you the fraction and percentage table up to 1 by 20. So please note it down, guys, and do remember all these values with their respective percentage values. As I said, they will be very much useful in the upcoming classes as well as in your examinations. So I will tell you a brief and small example, and I will derive you a formula here. Look at this. Suppose if an examination was conducted for 500 marks and I have scored only 450 marks. What percentage of 500 is this 450? Okay, in simple words, I'll say
out of 500, I have got 450 marks in an examination. Consider the same examination and the same questions
but with different marks. And it was conducted for 100 marks. In simpler form, I will explain you
as it is. You are given 100 questions with 5 marks each, and that is equals to 500 marks. That is the total examination, out of which you have scored 450 marks. So, if the same examination is conducted for 1 mark carrying each question, then it will be conducted for 100 marks. So, as I wrote the same examination, what would be my marks out of 100? So, to find out my marks out of 100, what I'll do is cross multiply these two values. That is 500 into x gives me 450 into 100. So, x equals to 450 upon 500 into 100, which is equals to 100 ones, 100 fives, 5 ones, 5 nineties. So, x equals to 90. So, in an examination which was conducted for 500 marks, I scored 450 marks. And if the same examination is conducted for 100 marks, I would be scoring 90 marks. So, which is also equals to 90%. As we have discussed earlier, percentage means out of 100. So, out of 100, I scored 90 marks, which is also equals to 90%. So, from this, I can say that 450 is 90% of 500. Are you getting me, guys? So, let me say you. This is the question. 450 is
what percent of 500. So, in order to find this, what is the calculation that we have done is this. That is 450 upon 500 into 100.
So this is the part of marks that I have scored, and this is the whole that was conducted for, and multiplying with 100 gives me the percentage value. So in general, if we are given and we were asked to find A is what percent of B, then the formula we have to apply is A upon B into 100 gives us the exact percentage value of A is what percent of B. So do remember this formula, guys. It is very much in the basic formula of this chapter. Okay, going to the next. Here we have a question. 1 by 3 is what percent of 2 by 3? As discussed earlier in the previous slide, I said A is what percent of B. And we have derived this formula in the previous slide, that is A by B into 100. So
I'm going to use this formula to calculate 1 by 3 is what percent of 2 by 3. So 1 by 3 will be my A and 2 by 3 will be my B. So applying this formula, we will be getting 1 by 3 upon 2 by 3 into 100. So if we have A by B upon C by D, this can be written as A by B into D by C. The denominator will be reciprocal and it will be multiplied with the numerator. So 1 by 3 into 3 by 2 into 100. 3 gets cancelled and 2 ones, 2 50s. So our answer will be 50%. Let us try one more example here. 2 by 7 is what percent of 5 by 7? So this can be calculated by dividing 2 by 7 upon 5 by 7 into 100. That equals to 2 by 7 into 7 by 5 into 100. 7 ones, 7 ones, 5 ones, 5 twenties. That is equals to 40%. So I hope all of you are clear with this concept. Let us move to the next concept. Here we have percentage to fraction conversion. Previously we discussed fraction to percentage. What we have discussed in that slide? In order to convert fraction into percentage, we multiply the fraction with 100. So here it is vice versa. So to convert a percentage into fraction, we will divide the percentage with 100. So it is as simple as that. So let me give an example. To convert 25% into fraction value, what I'll do is I'll remove that percentage symbol and then I'll divide the numerical value of 25 with 100. And to bring it into the simplest form, I'll do cancellations. 25 ones, 25 fours. So 1 by 4. 25% is equal to 1 by 4. In the same way, let us consider 20%. To convert this 20% into fractional value, I'll remove the percentage symbol and I'll divide the numerical value 20 with 100. And after performing cancellations, I'll be left with 1 by 5. So 20% is nothing but equal to 1 by 5. This is how we convert all the percentage values into fraction. Both converting fraction into percentage and converting percentage into fraction are very much basic for this chapter. And I would request each and every one of you to please do remember all the fraction and their respective percentage values. And going ahead, let us move to the next slide. That is 0.08% of 120% of 50,000 is equal to. So let us try and solve this question. 0.08. As discussed in previous slide, in order to convert this percentage into fraction, what I'll do is remove the percentage symbol and I'll divide the numerical value with 100. Same as with 120%. 120 upon 100 into 500. Sorry, 5,000, 50,000. I'll cancel 4 zeros with these 4 zeros and I'll be left with 0.08 into 120 into 5. 0.08 can be written as 8 by 100 into 120 into 5. 0 will be cancelled. 5 ones, 5 twos, 2 ones, 2 6, which is equals to 48. So 0.08% of 120% of 50,000 is equal to 48. This was asked in 2018 CGL minutes. Let us go to the next slide. And we have another question here. What is the value of 88% of 1125 plus 20% of 425? So same as converting this percentage value into fraction gives me 88 by 100 into 1125 plus 20% of 425 is 20 by 100 into 425. 21s, 25s, 5 ones, 5 8s are 40, 5 85s, 25 fours and 25 5s, 25 fours, 4 ones, 4 22s. So 22 into 45 plus 85. That is equals to 22 into 45.
110 and 22 into 4, 88. 099. 990 plus 85. That is equals to 5, 7 and 10. So 88% of 1125 plus 20% of 425 gives us 1075. This question was asked in 2018 CHSL Type 1. Let us go ahead, guys. We have another question from CHSL. A% of 240 is C and C% of A is 117.6. Find the value of A plus C. A% of 240 means A by 100 into 240. This is equals to C. C% of A means C by 100 into A, and this is equals to 117.6. And we are asked to find the value of A plus C. So from this equation, let us try out and find C and substitute that C in this equation. So A into C gives 117.6 into 100. So A into C equals to 1176 and then 0. C equals to 11760 upon A. And substitute this value of C in the first equation. After substituting, I will be getting A by 100 into 240 equals to 11760 upon A. And by cross multiplication, here I have cancellations, I will cancel it. And by cross multiplication, A square into 24 equals to 11760 into 10. So A square equals to 11760 upon 24. And by cancellations, 24 4s are 96, 21 216, 24 9s. So A square equals to 4900, which means A equals to 70. And from this I have got A value, and I'll substitute this A value in this equation to find the value of C. C equals to 11760 upon 70. 0 gets cancelled. 7 1 the 4 7, 7 6 are 42, and 7 8 are 56. C equals to 168. This is not the end, guys. We are asked to find the value of A plus C. That is 168 and 70. 230. So value of A plus C is 238. I hope everyone is clear with this question. Let me explain you one more time, guys. Here it is given A% of 240 is C and C% of A is 117.6, and we are asked to find the value of A plus C. So A% of 240 can be written as A by 100 into 240, and the value of this is equal to C. And C% of A can be written as C by 100 into A, and the value of this is equals to 117.6. Here in the next step, I have cross multiplied this 100 with 117.6, and that gives me A into C equals to 11760. And later, in order to find C, I have transposed this A to RHSL, and I came with C equals to 11760 divided by A. Guys, this is A. Don't think it is 9. So, and I substituted this value of C in the first equation. That gives me A by 100 into 240 equals to 11760 upon A. So, again here I have cross multiplied the terms. So, 24 A square equals to 11,760 into 10. A square equals to 1,17,600 upon 24. After cancelling, I was left with a square equals to 490, which gives me a equals to 70. Sorry, 4900, which gives me a equals to 70. So this value of a was substituted in this equation, and that gives me c equals to 161. But they asked us to find the value of a plus c, and we have got both the values, and I added both these values, which gave me 238. I think everyone is clear. Let's go to the next slide. Find x. If 30% of 400, 30% of 400 plus x% of 70 is equal to 25% of 536. 30% of 400 means 30 by 100 into 400 plus x% of 70 means x by 100 into 70. That gives 25%, that is 25 by 100 into 536. Here we have cancellations, 100 ones, 100 fours, 30 into 4, 120 plus, I'll cancel this 0 and this 0. I was left with 7x by 10. That is equals to 25 ones, 25 fours, 4 ones, 4 3 are 12, 4 4 are 16. It is 134. So 7x by 10 equals to 134 minus 120. 7x by 10 equals to 14. X equals to 14 into 10 by 7. 7 ones, 7 twos. That is 20. So the value of x is 20. I hope this would be easy for each and every one of you. Look at this question, guys. This was asked in CGL 2025 pre. 25% of P plus Q is equals to 75% of P minus Q. And we are asked to find the ratio between P and Q. Ratio of P and Q is nothing but P by Q. We are asked to find the simplest form of P by Q. So 25% of P plus Q can be written as 25 by 100 into P plus Q. That is equals to 75 by 100 into P minus Q. 25 ones, 25 fours, 25 threes, 25 fours. Both these fours gets cancelled, and I was left with P plus Q equals to 3P minus 3Q. 3Q plus Q equals to 3P minus P. That is equals to 4Q equals to 2P, and P by Q can be written as 4 by 2. That is equals to 2 by 1. This is such a silly question that was asked in SSC CGL 2025 3. Okay guys, I hope everyone is clear with this question. Let's move to the next one. Two numbers are 20% and 40% more than the third number. Ratio of two numbers is. Here I want to tell you a small concept. So every number, when compared to itself, it is 100%. So let me take a small number a. So a is 100% when it is compared with the same number a. Right guys? So what I'm going to tell you is, let the third number be 100. First number, second number, and the third number. Let the third number be 100. The first number is 20% more than the third number. So 20% of 100 is 20. as the first number is 20 more than the third number, that is equals to 120. Same as second number is 40% more than the third number, that is 40 more than third number. So my second number will be 140. Are you getting me, guys? Here I have did nothing. I just assume the third number as 100. As my first number is 20% more than the third number, 20% of 100 is 20. That means first number is 20 more than the third number. As my third number is 100 and first number is 20 more than the third number, I'll be getting my first number as 120. Same as with the second number. Second number is 40% more than the third number and 40% of the third number is 40. And second number is 40 more than the third number, that is 140. And I was asked to find the ratio of
These two numbers, that is first number and second number. Ratio
of first number and second number is 120 upon 140. 2 6 are 2 7 are, that is 6 by 7. This is our value. I hope everyone is clear with this question. Let's move to the next one. Look at this question, guys. This was asked in CGL 2022. A is 120% of B. B is 65% of C. And if sum of A, B and C is 121.5, find the value of C minus 2B plus A. Okay, guys. A is 120% of B. First of all, let me take numbers A, B and C. A is compared with B and then B is compared with C. So ultimately A is compared with C. So in order to make it more simpler and more easy for calculation, I will assume the third number, that is C, as 100x. And B is 65% of C. 65% of 100x is 65x. So value of B is 65x. And A is 120% of B. So 120% of 65x equals to
5 2s are 5 13s, 2 1s are 2 6s. 13 6 are 78x. So 120% of 65x is 78x. And sum of
A, B and C gives me 121.5. So 78x plus 65x and 100x. Sum of these three numbers gives me 121.5. So 78x plus 65x gives me 143x and then 100x. So 243x equals to 121.5. X equals to 121.5 upon 243. That is equals to 121.5 once, and this 2 will get cancelled 2 times. So the value of x is 1 by 2. What I was asked to find the value of C minus 2B plus C.
value of C minus 2B plus A. Value of C is 100x minus 2 into value of B is 65x plus value of A is 78x. So 100x minus 65 into 2, 130x plus 78x. That is equals to minus 30x plus 78x. That is 48x. And the value of x is 1 by 2. So 48 into 1 by 2 equals to 24. This is the value of c minus 2b plus c. So c minus 2b plus a equals to 24. I think everyone is clear with this question. Let me explain you one more time, guys. It is given that A is 120% of B and B is 65% of C. If sum of A, B and C is 121.5, we are asked to find the value of C minus 2B plus A. So for easy calculations and
to save time, I assume the third number, that is C, as 100x. As I have assumed C as 100x, B is 65% of C, which is 65x, and A is 120% of B, which is 78x. And I was given that sum of these three numbers, A, B and C, equals to 121.5. So adding these three numbers, I will get 243x equals to 121.5. And after calculations, I will be getting x as 1 by 2. But I was asked to find the value of C minus 2B plus A. So C minus 2B plus A is 100x minus 2 into 65x plus 78x, which gives me 48x as my final value. So in order to find the exact value, I'll substitute this x with 1 by 2, which I have got earlier, and I'll find my final answer to be 24. So the value of C minus 2B plus A is 24.
So next question is, here we are given there are two numbers x and y. 40% of x is equals to 60% of y. If average of x and y is 225, what is the value of x minus y? Okay guys, it is given that 40% of x is equals to 60% of y. From this we can say that 10 and 10 gets cancelled. X by y equals to 6 by 4. That is equals to 3 by 2. So the value of ratio of x and y is 3:2. So x equals to 3a and y equals to 2a. It is given that average of x and y is 225. So sum of x plus y is 225 multiplied with 2. That is equal to 450. So x plus y equals to 450. We have the values of x and y as 3a and 2a equals to 450. So the value of 5a is 450 and the value of a is 450 upon 5. That is equals to 90. So the value of a is 90. And we are asked to find the value of x minus y. X minus y equals to 3a minus 2a. That is equals to a. So the value of a is 90. So as the value of x minus y is 90. I think everyone is clear with this question. I'll explain it one more time, guys. There are two numbers x and y. 40% of x. So this is the value of 40% of x is equal to 60% of y. And this is the value of 60% of y. On equating these two, I got the ratio of x and y as 3:2. So in order to convert this ratio into actual values, I'll multiply these two numbers with a constant term a. And we are also given that average of x and y is 225. Here I'll write the formula of average. average equals to sum of entities by number of entities. This is the formula of average, guys. Here we have two entities x and y. So average of x and y is sum of x plus y. This is, and the number of entities, we have two entities, upon 2 is 225. So we'll get x plus y as 450. As we have already obtained the values of x and y, we'll substitute those values in this equation. So after substituting, we'll get 5a equals to 450, and after simplification, we'll get a as 90. And they asked us the value of x minus 12. As we have already obtained the values of x and y as 3a and 2a, and the difference is equals to a, and that value is 90. So ultimately the value of x minus y is 90. I hope everyone is clear with this question. Let's go to the next one. Here we have a concept called concept of percentage increase and decrease. This is very important topic of this chapter, guys. Concept of percentage increase and decrease. I will explain you this concept with a simple example, guys. Let us consider I have a number a. As I have said earlier, every number, when it is compared with itself, it is 100%. But when it is compared with another number b, that percentage might vary. But when it is compared with itself, it is 100%. So let me consider I have a number a, and to that I have added some other number y. So it becomes a plus y. And as I said earlier, a when compared with itself, it is 100%. Right? And to this 100% value, I have added some value y. And after adding the value of y, the original value a becomes a plus y. Right? And the value of a plus y is definitely going to be greater than 100% when it is compared with a. Remember this, guys. A when compared with itself, it is 100%. And also a plus y when compared with itself, it is 100%. But here I am not comparing a plus y with itself. I am comparing the value of a plus y with a. So the value of a plus y when compared with a is definitely going to be greater than 100%. This greater than 100% is obtained as I have added the value of y to it. Right? So let's take a numerator. Suppose I have a number 100. I have added a number 15 to it, and it became 115. Right? 100 is 100%, and this is 115%. Right? And the difference between these two percentages is 15%. This 15%, which is the actual difference, is obtained as I have added the value 15 to the original value. Right? So by this we can say that percentage increase in a number is equals to final number minus initial number. That is final number a plus y and initial number a. Their difference upon the initial value. This is fraction. In order to convert this fraction into percentage, I will multiply this fraction with 100. So this is the formula of percentage increase. I hope everyone is clear with this concept. I'll make sure you have no doubts. Let me explain it one more time, guys. A, when compared with itself, it is going to be 100%. But when it is compared with any other number other than A, its percentage might vary with respect to the number that I am comparing with. Now I have a number A and I have increased its value with Y to become A plus Y. Right? The value of A is increased to A plus Y by adding Y. A, when compared with itself, it is 100%. And later I have added a small amount, that is Y, and it became A plus Y. This A plus Y is definitely going to be greater than 100% when it is compared with A. Right? And what is the percentage that is increased? The percentage that is increased is final value A minus Y minus initial value, that is A, upon initial value A, and multiplying this fraction with 100 gives me the percentage increase in its value. Same as with percentage decrease, guys. Suppose I have a number A and it is reduced Y units and it became A minus Y. Percentage that is reduced is equals to final value minus initial value upon initial value multiplied with 100. Guys, this is multiplied with 100. So this is how I will be getting percentage that is reduced when compared with original value, that is initial value. So please do remember these two formulas, guys. Percentage increase is final value minus initial value upon initial value into 100. This is going to be positive. This is going to be positive as final value is greater than initial value. Right? Look at here, guys. Final value A plus Y is definitely going to be more than A. Right? And this value is going to be negative as I have decreased the value of A. I have reduced the value of A with Y, so it became A minus Y. So A minus Y is obviously going to be less than A. So when we subtract a greater number from a smaller number, we are going to get negative value. So that is why the percentage that is reduced is going to be negative. This negative sign is going to tell us that the value is reduced or the percentage of the original value is reduced. Okay, guys, I think everyone is clear with this concept. Let's move ahead. Here we have a question which was asked in SSC CHSL 2022. Look at this question, guys. Two numbers are less than third number by 30% and 37% respectively. By how much percent is second number less than the first number? Look at this, guys. I have three numbers. First number, second number, and third number. First number and second number are 30% and 37% less than the third number. Right. I am assuming my third number to be 100. So 30% of 100 is 30 and 37% of 100 is 37. First number is 30% less than third number. So 30% is 30 and the first number is 30 less than the third number. So my first number is going to be 70. In the same way, second number is 37% less than the third number, which is 100 minus 37. I will be left with 63. So these are my values, guys. My first number is going to be 70, second number is going to be 63, and third number is going to be 100. And we are asked to find by how much percent is second number less than the first one. Look at this, guys. What's the difference between these two numbers? It is 7. So let me tell, this is 100%, this is 63%, and this is 70%. So the second number is 7% less than the first number. So that is our answer. I hope everyone is clear with this question, guys. Going ahead, here we have another question. A is 75% less than B and C is 75% of difference between A and B. This is important, guys. C is what percent more than A? Look at this question, guys. I have three numbers A, B and C. A is 75% less than B. So I'll take my B as 100%. Right? And A is 75% less than B. So A is going to be 100% minus 75%. That is equals to 25%. And C is 75% of the difference between A and B. So difference between A and B is 75%. So 75% of 75 is 75 square upon 100. So 25 fours, 25 threes. 75 into 3, 15. 225 upon 4. That is equals to 4 5s are 20, 4 6 are 24, and then I'll be left with 1, 2, 5. So value of C is 56.25%. And we are asked to find out C is what percent more than A. So obviously we can see that C is more than A. But by how much? So this is going to be my final value and this is going to be my initial value. So the percentage increase or the percentage more can be written as difference between the final value and initial value upon initial value into 100, right? Okay. Difference between initial and final value is 56.25 minus 25 is 0.25, 1 and 3. That is 31.25 upon 25 into 100. 25 ones, 25 fours. So 31 into 4 is 124 and 4 into 0.25 is 1. So C is 125% more than A. Therefore, C is 125% more than A. I hope everyone is clear with this question. Let me explain it one more time, guys. It is given that A is 75% less than B. So I assume B to be 100%. As A is 75% less than B, so the value of A is 25%. Okay. And C is 75% of difference between A and B. So the difference between A and B is 75. And 75% of 75 is 56.25. And the value of C is 56.25. And we are asked to find by what percent C is more than A. Obviously, C is more than A, but we have to find by what percent it is more. So, in the previous concept, here, the percentage increase. What we have done is, we have subtracted the initial value from the final value, and we are comparing the difference with initial value, and we are multiplying with 100. We are going to follow the same here. C is 31.25% more with respect to A. So, the difference is 31.25 and it is 25%. So, the fraction 31.25 by 25 is multiplied with 100 in order to get the percentage which is more. So, after the calculations, I got 125%. So, I can conclude that C is 125% more than A. Okay guys, moving to next question. Here. Rahul's income is 20% more than Rohit's income. Rohit's income is what percentage less than Rahul's income? So, solution for this guys, Rahul and Rohit. Rahul's income is 20% more than Rohit's income. So, I will suppose Rohit's income to be 100% or 100. I will suppose Rohit's income to be 100. As Rahul's income is 20% more than Rohit's income, the value of Rahul's income is going to be 120. Right? 100 is increased with 20% to become 120%. 120. Right? So, we are asked to find out Rohit's income is what percentage less than Rohit's income. So, look at this guys. Rahul's income is 120 and Rohit's income is 100. Right? When I compare Rohit's income with Rahul's income, Rohit's income is 20 rupees less with respect to 120 rupees. Right? In order to convert this fraction into percentage, I will multiply with 100. 1s are 2 6. So 100 by 6, that is equals to 16 2 by 3%. So Rohit's income is 20 less than Rahul's income. So the difference between them is 20. I am comparing the income of Rohit with Rahul. So the quantity I am comparing with is going to be my denominator. So Rohit's income is 20 rupees less with compared to 120. In order to convert this fraction into percentage, I am going to multiply with 100. And that gives me 100 by 6, which is equals to 16 2 by 3%. I hope everyone is clear with this question. Let's move on to the next question. Look at this question guys. If A's income is 60% less than B's income, then how much percent of B is more than A? A and B. So, A's income is 60% less than B's income. So, let me suppose the income of B be 100 rupees. And income of A is 60% less, that is minus 60%, which is equals to 60 rupees. So, the income of A is going to be 40 rupees. So, income of B is 60 rupees more when compared with 40 rupees. So, to convert this into percentage, I will multiply with 100. 0, 0 gets cancelled, 4 ones, 4 25s. So, 6 into 25 is 150%. So, income of B is 125% more than income of A. I hope you are clear with this question. Look at this question guys, one more time. If A's income is 60% less than B's income, So from this statement, I have assumed that the income of B to be 100 rupees. So as it is said, income of A is 60% less when compared to B. So the income of A is going to be 40 rupees. Okay. And I was asked to find how much percent of B is more than A. So obviously B is more than A by 60 rupees. Right. B is 60 rupees more when compared with this 40 rupees. Income of B is 60% more upon 40%. So to convert this into percentage, I am going to multiply with 100. So it is going to be 150%. You can also apply the formula of percentage increase in this question. That is, my final value is going to be 100 and my initial value is going to be 40 rupees. Right. And final minus initial upon initial 40 rupees into 100. Even this is going to give me 150%. I think everyone is clear with this question. Let's move to look at the next question, guys. Vishnu is 20% more than Krishna's income. By what percentage Krishna's income is less than Vishnu's income? So, Vishnu and Krishna. Let me suppose Krishna's income to be 100 and Vishnu's income is 20% more. That is 20 more than Krishna. So, Vishnu's income is going to be 120. So, Krishna is obviously earning 20 rupees less than when compared with Vishnu. Right. So the difference between initial and final value is 20. And I am comparing the income of Krishna with the income of Vishnu. Right. So Krishna's income is 20 less than 120 rupees. To convert this into fraction, I am going to multiply with 100. So 21's 26. 100 by 6, that is equals to 16 2 by 3%. I think everyone is clear. Krishna's income is 20 less upon 120 rupees. Right. Okay. This is the end of the session, guys. I think all of you are clear with the basic lecture of the percentage chapter 1. So we are going to continue this series for SSC and railway exams. If this explanation was useful, please like the video. Subscribe to Srinivas EduPoint on YouTube for more SSC and railway maths lessons. Practice daily, guys. Maths will become easy. So please do share and subscribe the channel. Thank you, guys.